Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. I did a driving video a few days ago where I drove from Temple Newsham to Ellen Road in Leeds, and while I was doing the drive I was thinking about how I could do more driving videos in Leeds, and I came up with the idea of visiting every district of Leeds in alphabetical order. So as far as I can tell, this is the first one. The sign's just there, Aberford. It's on the sort of eastern extremities of Leeds, near to the A1 motorway. There's not a right lot to it, so there should be short videos. I suppose it depends on the district, doesn't it? Some of the bigger districts in the city will be much longer than some of the little villages on the outskirts. It's a lovely village. You get a bus to it from the centre of Leeds. You can get the 64 bus. I don't know where you get it in Leeds, whether it's from the bus station or whatever, but I'll show you where the bus terminus is, and there's some lovely walks out here. There's one to the right there, Upfield Lane, and there's one just to the left here. So yeah, this is feel free to make suggestions of districts. I've asked Google what for a complete list of districts of Leeds. It's come up with some that I've never even heard of, but it's come up with all the usual suspects, so it'll give me something to do if I've got a spare half an hour. I'm on my way to somewhere or from somewhere. So this is the old Great North Road. So before 1963, the A1, as we sort of knew it and know it still in places, it as a dual carriageway or a 3-lane, 6-lane motorway, it wasn't there, and there was just a road, this road, that went from London to Edinburgh, and it passed through every village between London and Edinburgh. So there were coaching inns and stables and all that business, and a lot of those buildings are still there. So this is the bus terminus coming up on the right. So if you fancy a drive out from Leeds, get off the bus there, walk back into the village. So I'll carry on right out the village, and then we'll turn around and go back. As I say, there's not a lot to it. So yeah, before 1963, this was the road. Then they built a 4-lane, two lanes in each direction, A1, and that still exists in some part of the countries. And then maybe 20 years ago, they built a big 6-lane motorway. And the thing about the motorway is it passes through West Yorkshire and parts of North Yorkshire, is that they built these service roads at the side of them. This is the original Great North Road, but then as you carry on up towards Bramham and Weatherby, there's a service road that runs alongside the motorway. So if you're not too confident about driving on the motorway, you can still get around on normal roads, as it were. So yeah, there's another one, B for Bramham. We'll get to that in a few weeks' time, I imagine. So that's just down just carrying on north. So Aberford's been around since Roman times, at least, I think, and the Great North Road has, from what I can gather, it's been around since Neolithic times. It's always been a way that people have travelled around the country. So we're crossing over the A1M now. Bramham and Thorner that way. And trying to figure out what that delivery driver was doing. So we're heading south now. So behind us is Bramham, Thorner, Wetherby. In front of us, carrying on down what would have been the Great North Road, is Micklefield, and then down towards Castleford. Farm in the distance there. As always with the videos, if you like it, then give it a thumbs up. If you've any comments, anything to add, I'd be glad to hear from you. And if you do like the videos and you don't subscribe, then please do consider subscribing. It doesn't cost anything, and it really helps the channel to, well, not just to grow, but to get noticed by YouTube. It seems to be the hardest thing in the world to get noticed by YouTube, which is probably not surprising given the amount of people who are on YouTube making videos. Anyhow, like I said, it's a very linear village, but there are just streets off to the left and right where new houses have been built, but the actual village was mostly along this main street. There's an old pub here on the right. I can't remember the name of it. When I first started coming here, it was still open. If you know the name, let me know. It's just here where this caravan is. I think it's been turned into a private house now. It was a very Sleepy Valley kind of a pub when I came. But some lovely old houses and lovely old cottages. One of the sort of coaching inns that I was telling you about, a small council estate on the right there, and then there's the Arabian Horse that's been a pub for hundreds and hundreds of years, and is still, even in this modern climate, I think managing to just about stay open. It has had periods when it's been closed. Beck River, or Beck, crossing over now, and on the right was a pub called, I think it was the White Swan, and that was also a coaching pub. It's got stables, and it's got a little road up where you went up to the stables. That closed a few years ago, and it's been converted into 2 or 3 very expensive houses. There was a post office up here, shop, that's closed, just past the church. This was it. This was the village, and if you could imagine, the entire volume of traffic heading north to south in the country in the 1940s and 50s would have been coming up this road. It's quite incredible, really. The road to Lotherton Hall on the left. And one thing Aberford is famous for is the arms houses, Aberford arms houses. I think we're going to pass those on the right. thing I do like about this little bit of road at this end of the village, because it was a main road, it's very, very wide. I'll show you the arms houses, a little bit cheeky there. Anyhow, that was it, guys. Thanks for joining us and watching the video. The first in quite a long series of districts of Leeds. Let me know what you think, if you've anything to say about